Everybody get to see the Beacon this week? They got some characters on there, Brogdon and Ritze, you know, kind of the troublemakers at the Oklahoma State Capitol. Thank you for having us today. Thank you all for being here. I am Mike Ritze. I am getting an award, I guess, in a few weeks out of the 19 freshman legislators. I had the #1 award of the most consistent conservative constitutional voting record in the Oklahoma legislature for 2 years. Senator Brogdon and I carry our constitutions next to our heart, also our 10 Commandments. And you know, the oath that we took to uphold and obey and stand for not only held true when I was in the United States Army Medical Corps, but it holds true when I took it at the Oklahoma legislature swearing in. I've been asked by JW and others with the Constitutional Alliance, Oklahoma Constitutional Alliance, to speak to you a little bit about what we've done so far. Not enough, of course. But there will be more to come on this Resurrection weekend, this Resurrection Sunday next week. We're going to start heating it up and making it more intense as we get into the closing 8 weeks of the legislative session. But we did get our HJR, House Joint Resolution 1054, through the House Representatives by a huge majority, bipartisan majority, to opt out of Obamacare. Senator Brogdon got it through the state Senate with a huge majority, 39-3. Now, what I need to ask you to do is contact our Speaker of our House and ask him to appoint the conferees for the conference committee on HJR 1054. And if you have any questions, you're welcome to call my office. I know many people know the drill there. JW, I talked to him this morning, and basically we've got to get the Speaker of the House to appoint the conferees as soon as possible. 2 days, 3 days, next week as soon as possible, so we can have our conference on HJR 1054. For those of you that are not aware of what 1054 does, basically it gives you, me as citizens, a choice to opt out of what the federal government just crammed down our throats last week with Obamacare. It doesn't take anything away if people want to participate in Obamacare. If you realize what Obamacare is, 1/6 of our economy is at stake. A tremendous socialistic European, Canadian-style socialism that will ration health care. And as a physician, let me tell you what they're doing with us with taking away Medicare. They're taking away a tremendous amount of money, raising your taxes, and you can be subject to fines and prison sentences if you don't sign up for Obamacare. It's a one-payer option. What our bill will do, HJR 1054, will allow you to have a choice without the fines and the prison sentences and the threats and the employee increase in taxes, and you can participate and not lose your family physician, and you can choose, which it should be the first time, to be able to negotiate with your family doctor or whoever you choose for your health care instead of some bureaucrat in Washington cramming it down our throats. Basically, it is a choice that you can have to continue to have your health care and not be subject to rationing like we see in Europe, that we see in Canada. You know, there's a story that goes around that I tell very often about a friend of mine that's an internal medicine doctor in Toronto. And he had a lady came in, and when you politicize health care, this is what you get. In Canada and Toronto, this lady came in with an early curable urinary bladder cancer, 52 years old, and the system in Canada put her off for 3 years. She died. A man that came in, when you politicize it, a man or a person that came in that wanted a sex change got it within a week. So this is what happens when you put politics into healthcare, take it away the doctor-patient relationship, and destroy what Lenin described. You all knew who Lenin was, the thug that stole the Bolshevik Revolution and took over the Russian continent and Soviet Union. And he said, I'll quote, in 1917, when you captivate healthcare at the apex of the triangle, you control a society. You can socialize education, transportation, agriculture, commerce, but not until you grab healthcare can you control a society. 1917, that quote from Nikolai Lenin. What did Hillary try in 1993? She tried it, didn't get away with it, but Obama, he learned his lesson and his handlers learned their lessons, and they grabbed health care and they bribed the people that were the most objectionist to him back in 93 under Hillary Care. They bribed all these other people, the AMA and the hospitals and the pharmaceutical industry, but they forgot about one element, the people. That's us. And the people know better than any bureaucrat or politician in Washington, D.C. about health care and the significance of that quote that Nikolai Lenin gave in 1917. The bill that I wrote, Senator Brogdon authored it in the Senate, now has 38 states that are introducing the bill. 38. Started right here in Oklahoma. Right now, 4 of those states, 2 or 3 of those states have already passed it, signed it into law. 4 others are right on the edge, as Oklahoma is, and we feel like that it's going to go like a hot knife through butter through this republic. Well, enough about the healthcare situation. It's not going to go away in our state to give you a choice, but we're also going to file a lawsuit. Hopefully you can contact this guy that calls himself the Attorney General of Oklahoma and join 14 other states with a lawsuit that will show that under the 19 enumerated powers in this great document outside the Holy Scriptures, one of the greatest documents ever ordained by God and written down by man, the United States Constitution, hopefully our Attorney General will file a lawsuit, and it's up to you, the people, we the people, to make sure he does. So I hope you know how to use the telephone and emails to remind him, and it's a sworn oath, as I was talking to a veteran a while ago, a fellow veteran walking in, that he also swore that same oath. Well, lastly, I just want to share with you what we did is a really big thing that we've been trying to get through for 2 years. As a strong defender of the Second Amendment, saw Larry Pratt with the Gun Owners America, saw a lot of NRA people here. We got through an open carry bill through the House and through the Senate committee this last week. So give us a right to be able to open carry our weapons if we want. It was my bill, as we often do in political circles. I handed it on to somebody else. I want to thank you all on this great Resurrection Weekend. God bless you. Keep up the fight and realize the power that we have to be able to influence the next round of elections. And if you want to know all about that, contact me and we'll tell you what we're doing. God bless you. Thank you.